All right, we'll try this again. Facebook was censoring me. Go figure. We'll get started in a second. Hope you guys are having a good Monday so far. Here in California, it's nice, bright, and sunny. What's going on, Jason? I see Bethany. What's going on, Bethany? Hope everybody's having a great Monday so far. I tried this earlier, but I had my radio on and Facebook didn't like that, so they automatically shut me down. How you doing, Kelly? You guys having a you're walking your route and it's hot. Where you from again, Jason? It's gonna be a hot day today too. What's going on, Mr. Davis? You're on the train there in the UK. What's going on, Lashana? Renee? Well, Maui, I bet it's hot, man. You got volcanoes wrapping all around you. Is it even in Maui? I know it's the big island, and I get my islands all mixed up for Hawaii. What's going on, Mr. Williams? Bitcoin Mobile? Yes, I am in my new Bitcoin Mobile. How you doing, Terry? All right, let's get into, I did a Facebook Live this morning, and I will do another late night Facebook tonight. Always stuff to talk about. Always stuff in this space. But the reason why I turned the camera on this time, oh yeah, you said, yeah, Jeremy and Kathy is in Kona, Hawaii, right where the freaking volcanoes erupting. That's right. But we are 6 months into 2018. I just realized that this morning. June 4th is today, I think. We are 6 months in to the new year. And I personally, I always do self-reflection every 6 months. 6 months into the year, and then at the end of the year when it comes to New Year's resolutions. And I always do a video recording it. This is the first time I'm doing it Facebook Live style. Normally I do it just YouTube, upload the YouTube video. But I can go back over the years and I can see my videos whenever I had this self-reflection moments. And I was able to tell, what was I thinking about during these times? What was going through my mind? What ideas did I have? What plans and goals did I have set for the future? And I remember December 2016, going into 2017. And I remember the company I was a part of at the time. I just got offered to be, and I accepted to be, the vice president of sales and marketing for a network marketing company. And I expected 2017 to be very, very lucrative, very positive. I didn't ever expect to make less than 5 figures a month in the entire 2017. And I had my goals set. And then when I look at the end of 2017, I ended up somewhere so far off, wasn't even on my radar screen. You guys look at the radar screen and you got the little ding, 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 and you know where you want to be in the future. I had no freaking idea that I would be in anything with cryptocurrency. In fact, I had just bought my first crypto about a month and a half before for like $740. Bought my first Bitcoin stuff. And I thought that was expensive. I was like, $740 for a Bitcoin? Are you kidding me? That was 2016. So 2017, I started off my New Year's resolution. Of course, I wanted to get in better shape and make more money. I still got that whole New Year's resolution of getting in better shape. I'm going to work on that the next 6 months though. But make more money, 5 figures a month at least. Vice president of a sales and marketing company. We were just getting things off the ground. And it's amazing how no matter how much preparation you may have set and how many goals you have set, that you can end up getting so far turned in a whole nother direction. And you've always got to be prepared for that. You know, if you are the praying type, which I am, and you're praying for opportunities and you're praying for something better, I can promise you that your prayers will be answered, but not in the way you want it to be. And the reason why people think that their prayers are not answered is because they don't recognize the blessing when it comes in front of them. Because it's not what they expected. It's not what they wanted. And that happened to me. If I did not have my eyes open to opportunity, because I was praying for success in my business, and the Lord was telling me, I didn't recognize at the time, that this isn't your destiny. This isn't where I want you to be. If I ignored that and said, no, you need to answer my prayer in the vehicle that I'm in. I'm in this company. I want to make money in this company. This is the path I'm going. Lord, make it happen. And obviously he was telling me, no, this ain't the way you need to be. And I could have fought it and kept things going. But the older I get now, I've learned to listen, not be stubborn, not be, always got to be my way. You got to be able to, like Bruce Lee says, flow like river, like water, move like water. So I ended up moving within 6 months. June of 2017, I found myself in a complete different industry, completely different than what I started off 2017 with. I got the video. You can go back to my YouTube channel and look. New Year's resolution, the secret. I always do that at the end of each year. What I had planned for myself for 2017. 6 months later, I'm completely out of MLM. I'm not vice president of sales and marketing of the company. I attempted to get into the health and wellness space with a company like Body Pro, and that ended horribly. That didn't go right at all. And I sputtered during the whole summertime. I was living off my savings, basically. Now, I don't have a job. I don't work a 9 to 5. Never do that. And kind of struggled over the summer. I still had money. But I was learning everything I could about crypto. And then I reached a point in September where I almost had to work a 9 to 5 job. As a matter of fact, I actually got a 9 to 5 job. I just hadn't started it yet. They were training me in, what's the name of that company, that cable company? DirecTV. To be a corporate trainer and regional manager. But before I could become the regional manager, I had to spend 6 to 8 months out in the field with the sales force as if I'm a regular employee walking the floor. And I had to have to do that for 8 months because they want you to know the ins and outs. And then they wanted to set me up at an office somewhere. We'll pick the location. But it's an 8-month process. I was in the management trainee program. And the day I was supposed to start, it was a Friday in September. I'm sorry, was it August? August. It was a Friday. And yeah, around August 15th. So I said, absolutely not. I can't do this. The day I was supposed to start, I had my little DirecTV shirt on, and I thought about my New Year's resolution at the end of 2016, where I said I was going to be making 5 figures a month at least throughout all of 2017. And here I am 8 months later, I'm about to get a 9 to 5 job making pennies, money that I wouldn't even be able to live off of. So I knew this ain't the direction God wanted me to go. If he didn't want me to go down that path of vice president of sales and marketing of a company into the health and wellness space, none of that was working out, then obviously going to a 9-to-5 job and stepping back 10 years definitely wasn't going to work out. What's going on, Mr. Ross? Glad to see you made it back from Mexico. So I made a decision August 2017 and said, I'm going to stick to the New Year's resolution I made. I went back and listened to my old video. And sometimes I got to listen to my own advice. And said, you just need to make a decision. You make a decision, the universe will work its way to make it come true. You just have to be open to accept the opportunity that comes in front of you. And I did that. I opened it up. I let go. Stopped trying to control it. And said, I'm going to step out and step out on faith on this one. August 2017. Within 60 days, because I was in the crypto space. August, September, October. By October, what did I make? I think I had made from August to October $13,000, something like that. Now I didn't have, with no job, just getting into the crypto space. And my goal was, if I could just make at least between September and December $30,000, you know, I'd be cool. That was my goal, to make $30,000 between September and December, and that would give me enough time to plan my next move for going into 2018. Give me, you know, pay off the debt, get my money back in my bank account, get back on my feet, you know, those type of things. I had no idea. $30,000, that was nothing compared to what we actually did. I made $30,000 in one day in beginning of January. So I say that because I know my New Year's resolution for 2017, I ended it in a completely different direction. But the point was, the goal remained the same. The vehicle that got me there changed. So now that we're in 2018, same situation kind of happened, because the vehicle that I was in, that I was using at the end of 2017, I was at averaging between $800 and $1,200 a day in the crypto space. So $800 to $1,200 a day. So you do the math on what that is monthly. And then going into January, the first 2 weeks of January, I had got up to almost $2,000 a day. So needless to say, if you go back 6 months, go to my YouTube channel, and you pull up my New Year's resolution about what I expected to happen for 2018, I did, because I watched it again the other day, I said that I plan on being a multi-millionaire by the end of 2018. And, you know, I had goals on what I wanted to be making per day, $4,000 to $5,000 per day and whatnot. But I had no idea, and I made sure I was careful this time. Like the year before, I prayed for success in the business that I was in. 2018, I even said, you guys need to make sure that you may not end this year the same way you began, but you need to keep your focus on your goal, the goal. Don't worry about the vehicle. The vehicle will show its way, but focus on the goal. So I made sure I did that this time. And what's interesting is, in January, halfway through, the vehicle that was getting me almost $2,000 a day, gone. Gone like that. So you go from, you now lost 40 grand in investment, $2,000 a day. I had a second account that was pulling 10K a month. So, and all of it just gone. So that would throw a monkey wrench in your plans, right? But no, I wasn't praying for that. My goal remains the same. And this is before we even had a thought of cryptogenics. Before we even knew it was even dreamed up, as far as, I know the owners might have been thinking about it. but it wasn't brought to my attention yet. So I had no idea that I would be spending the most of this year on a project called cryptogenics when I began 2018. And if I stayed stubborn, I would have missed this opportunity, because I did originally say no when I was approached about cryptogenics. It wasn't cryptogenics at the time, it was Bitcoin Buyers Club. Didn't have an official name for it yet. And I didn't say, I did say no initially. Then I thought about it, you know, had to reflect and say, you know what, this might be something to this. And not only did I adopt it, but then I made it my passion. If you listen to any successful person, even Donald Trump even said, back in the days when I used to like him, he said, you've got to love what you do. Whatever it is you find yourself doing, you've got to be passionate about it. You've got to fall in love with it. And I have made this business is more than a business to me. It is a vehicle to launch a crusade. It is a vehicle to launch a revolution, a movement of something that I actually believe in. I believe that we are entering a new world. I believe that the world is changing, that we are at the vanguard of a new age. I believe that the world is going digital, that blockchain technology is going to be the dominant technology in the future, and that we're at the early stage. See, this isn't just something that I was told. This isn't something that I saw in a presentation, but I've done my own research. I've put my own time into this. And I believe that it is our job to tell the masses, explain to the masses, and let them be aware of what's going on. They can make their decision after that. That's not my point. People, Brandon, how do you recruit? I think I've signed up 142 people so far. And I haven't done one bit of marketing yet. Just wait till I start to market. I haven't done one piece of advertising or marketing yet. I have never gone to anybody's inbox and start putting my link. Oh, you got to join me in cryptogenics. Hey, have you heard about cryptogenics? Hey, are you looking for an opportunity? I haven't done any of that stuff. Well, how did I get 142 people? Because I'm not talking about cryptogenics when I speak. I'm talking about cryptocurrency and the industry and what it's doing for us. And I live it by an example. I'm sitting in my brand new Bitcoin mobile. Just 9 months ago, I was looking for a damn job. And now I'm back to 5 figures a month and more. I don't have to work a 9-to-5 job. And my goal of still being a Bitcoin millionaire is on point. One decision away. So if you made New Year's resolution for 2018, and here we are 6 months into 2018, and most of you put 2 things. I want to lose weight and I want to make more money. Can't help you with the lose weight or get in better shape part. But the make more money part, that shouldn't be, I've learned this, you got to be careful what you ask for. That shouldn't be your goal. What you should put down is, I have a goal of finding something that I can be passionate about and that I can believe in. And by doing that, the universe is going to work in a way to bring that to you. And by default, the money will follow. See, if you just ask for more money, then you might have on your 9-to-5 job say, okay, well, I'll just give you a little bit of a raise, or I'll give you a promotion with more responsibility, or or something else that's going to present itself that brings you more. The focus can't be on money. It's got to be on, what do you desire? Or if you can't figure that part out and it really is about money, instead of asking for more money, be a little bit more specific. What type of lifestyle do you want to live? Because I could have taken that DirecTV job, sweated it out for 8 months, and then I would be back at 5 figures a month in the management program. But I would be working 13, 14 hours a week away from my home, doing something that I really don't love to do and I don't like. So yes, I'm making the money, but I don't like the lifestyle. So you got to be careful with that. Instead, focus on, what type of lifestyle do you want to have? See, my lifestyle is, I want to be my own boss. I don't want to have to answer to anybody. I don't want somebody telling me what to do. I want to wake up when I finish sleeping. I want to come and go as I please. I want to be able to go to the gym at 5 in the morning or 10 in the afternoon or 10 in the morning if I feel like it. I want to be able to travel and go places and not skip a beat in income. I want ultimate freedom. I can't be chained down. That's not my style. I just can't do it. So, since that's my focus, the universe will put opportunities in front of me that will allow me to live that type of a lifestyle. My father even asked me, he was like, Brandon, you know, you could be at a Fortune 500 company right now making $250,000, $300,000 a year, and with your talent and blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, but Dad, I don't want that lifestyle. You know, he's like, why are you always into these things that's always on the cutting edge? When you were in e-commerce, then you were on deregulation of telecommunications and utilities. Now you're on this whole Bitcoin stuff. Why you always got to be out on that fringe stuff? Why can't you just do traditional? Pennsylvania. I don't know who that is. So I say, Dad, that's because I don't want the average normal rat race type of a life. You know, I want something different. The type of lifestyle that I want, a 9-to-5 job can't provide. No matter how much money a 9-to-5 job is paying you. Unless you're the CEO and you're on a golf course 4 days out of the week and you show up to the office 3 hours a day. No, that's something different. But I like my life. This is the type of lifestyle that I want. So for you, you have to ask yourself now, and I ask myself, am I 6 months into this year where I want to be as far as my New Year's resolution from 2018? Well, like I said at the beginning, I had no idea that cryptogenics was on my radar screen. But 2018 had nothing to do about my focus on a business. It was about my focus on the type of lifestyle that I wanted to be. And how much resources it would take for me to have that type of lifestyle. Which means I need to make $1 million by the end of the year. So, am I still on pace for that? Yes. Yes, I am. 9 months later, you know, I've got, you know, and I don't say any of this to entice, to impress, to brag. You know, it's not about that. It's not my style. You won't see me chilling in front of a house or a nice car, taking pictures and put it on the marketing saying, do what I do and you can have this. I've never been that way. You know, I've got over 1,000 videos on YouTube that prove that. I barely even turn the camera on whenever I do a video. Plus, I don't want people knowing my business anyway. But I am sitting in a brand new Bitcoin car. I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I come and go as I please. I can spend the day at my son's elementary school if I want to. Take my grandmother for lunch if I want to. No, I mean, it's just the lifestyle. So I thought I might have been further along at this point, because nothing is 100% accurate. You know, there are goals that I thought I would have met by 6 months into this year that I haven't. But I am definitely further along than I was, you know, 9 months ago. And now for the next 6 months, see, if you're not where you want to be because of your New Year's resolution, the year's not over yet. Today can be your first day starting all over again. You don't have to wait on a calendar or on a day to say, wow, man, I'm 6 months into this year. It didn't work out for me. I guess I'll wait till December and I'll do my New Year's resolution to make 2019 my year. No, 2018 can still be your year. 2017 was jacked up for me all the way until September. So 8-9 months, completely not what I expected it to be. I could have said, I'll just wait till December 2017 and make my New Year's resolution so that 2018 can be my year. I could have did that, but no. My new year started in September 2017, and it ended up being a great year. I made a lot of money those last couple of months. Ended up being a complete 180 turnaround. You're only 60 days away from any decision if you take action. So it is not too late. You still have got plenty of time. So what do you need to do right now? What do you need to do? Go back to whatever goals that you set back in December. Reflect again on that. Put yourself back in your mind on how you were back then, what you were thinking. And then fast forward 6 months and say, am I where I want to be? If the answer is no, ask yourself another question. Is what I'm currently doing going to get me where I need to be? And if the answer to that is also no, that means you need to do something different, or you need to put in more work at what you're doing. It is one mentor told me that it is simple to get rich. It's just not easy, but it's a simple concept. If you follow and do certain things on a consistent basis, someone asked me, Brandon, I was going through the cryptogenics training, and I hear you on a lot of the videos, like you put a lot of this stuff together. What are your credentials? What is your expertise? I said, well, since there is no college course dedicated to getting a college degree or a master's in cryptocurrency, I have a master's degree working on my PhD. See, I do 2 crypto talks a day where I am constantly feeding myself and learning about anything that has to do with cryptocurrency, even the sex industry. What's going on, Bethany, Christy? Yeah, I'm not going to stop talking. If an article pops up again about blockchain and the sex industry, I'm going to cover it. If you don't like it, if it offends you, late night crypto talk, just log off. Just log off. So anyways, I cover this stuff. I am a professional. I don't just wait for somebody else to teach me. I go out there and get the information. And if I'm doing 2 crypto talks a day, what do you think I'm doing when I'm not doing crypto talks? How many articles do you think that I'm reading? You know what I spent half this morning doing? Researching more on the blockchain to sharpen my knife, because I'm giving a talk about blockchain at the Bitcoin Bootcamp in Chicago. I'm creating my PowerPoint and the slides for it. And I like to come from a different perspective. I've been to talks where you got some clown on stage, and I mean, he's rambling on and on about algorithms and technology and programming, and I mean, I just want to shoot myself. I'm like, dude, you are putting me to sleep. So I like to come at it from the common man's perspective, as if I'm dumb as hell and I don't know nothing about this. Of course, somebody who I've been needing to talk to for a long time is trying to get at me. Hold on, let me let her know. Doing a Facebook Live. One moment. She can't access the training, so she's been bugging me about that. And there is upgrade going on the site right, oh wow, I'm trying to type the site right now. All right. Yeah, that's bougie. Hey, Jeremy, I don't know if you have her as a friend, Bougie on Facebook. One of the latest people I signed up. She is having some problems. If you could shoot her a message, just let her know the site is going through some upgrades. It'll be up in a second. Just want to make her happy. All right, anyways, got me a lot lost my train of thought. Anyways, like I said, what was I saying? Oh yeah, sharpening your knife. Yeah, he said we want it in big crayons. That's right. I want pop-up books. So I talk about crypto in layman's terms. I like to break it down so the average person can understand it. And I'm going to lead by sharing this with you. If you guys don't understand money, I'm going to leave this Facebook Live with this. And this is how I'm able to understand money. When I say that network marketing, I'm going way back. When I say that cryptocurrency is the greatest shift in wealth in the history of mankind, for the most amount of people, understand the words and their meaning, shift in wealth. The one thing about money is that there's no scarcity of money. There's only a scarcity in where you're fishing for it. So if there's no more fish in your pond, do you keep fishing in the same freaking spot? Or do you go to another pond? So picture money as a river. And I shared this with my son when he heard me doing a talk. And he liked the movie Finding Nemo. And if you remember, there was something called the North Atlantic Current or something like that, where there was a river in the ocean. So all you had to do was get in that little river, and you just, like the turtles, just rolled that current to wherever they needed to go, and the current would move and it would change. It was never a straight line. But if you were still going on a straight line and that current moved, now you're not in that current anymore. And so that's how I look at money. Money is a river that flows. And everybody, all humans, are fishing in this river for money. Whether it's 9-to-5 job, whether it's you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, an investor, real estate, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter your profession. We are all pulling money from the same river. And every now and then in history, the river changes course. And where it used to go, that land has now dried up. And the people who's fishing in that where it used to be, they're saying, the money's gone. There's no more money. What happened? The money never left. It's like the energy is never completely destroyed. It just transformed into something else. Money just changes course. Now here's the difference. The rich people, the wealthy people, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, on this river of money, they have a freaking yacht and an oil tanker floating on the river. And they have these big, huge nets so they can capture the most money in the river. Depending on your status, your economic status, you may not have a big yacht. You might be in a tugboat, or you might be in a speedboat, or you might be on a river rafter, or the vast majority of people is sitting on the banks of the river with a fishing pole. And that's where they're getting their money from. Whereas the rich people got oil tankers and yachts, and you have a fishing pole. But what happens when that river changes course? The boats, the yachts, the oil tankers, they flow with the course of the river, no matter where it goes. You ever wonder why rich people always stay rich no matter what happens? Same thing in the crypto space. These same millionaires and billionaires that screaming bloody murder that Bitcoin is the devil, guess what? They're going to make the most money off of Bitcoin because they're preparing for it. When the river of money moves, they pull up anchor and they float with it. The rest of us sitting on the banks is like, hey, where'd the river go? Where's the water? It dried up. There's no more money. And traditionally in history, it takes 50 to 100 years for you to finally pick up your stuff, walk to wherever the new river has been, and the rich people have been fishing in it already for decades. And they're preparing to move when the river moves again. And we are caught behind. We catch the back end of it. Whatever little scraps that's left, that's what we get, and the rich people have already moved on. The same thing is about to happen right now. That river of money, only this time, it's the damn ocean, is moving and changing course. And most people haven't figured it out yet. Because as long as there's still a little trickle-down money coming in, they're going to still keep, you know, my grandfather taught me something. He said that no matter what you do, be the best at it and work the hardest at it. If you're going to be a doctor, you be the best doctor. If you're going to be a street sweeper, you be the best street sweeper. You work the hardest at it. If you're going to be a janitor, you work the hardest at it. And that's a good lesson to live by for his age. You know, work hard. But here's one thing I've realized in this new era. The hardest working people in the world are the brokest. You know, getting up at 4 a.m. to get your family prepared to go to school, and then you go to work, and you come home, get your family prepared for dinner, and then you got to go off to your second job. And you do that for 30, 40 years, trying to scrape away to put your kids through school. Some of the hardest working people out there are the brokest. So, even though I may preach that analogy to my children, I also add something on there, is work smarter. Work smarter. Thank you, Jeremy. If you shoot that, I don't know if you got in touch with Bougie, but if you shoot that message, or better yet, if the company can shoot out an email, a mass email saying everything is up and running and all good, you know, that'll help us out. So, work smarter. My son, he's 10 years old now. When he was, I think, 5 or 6, it was kindergarten or first grade. And in class, they had an assignment to draw a picture of what your parents do for a living. And so he drew a picture. My wife, she's a school teacher. But he drew a picture of me. And the other dads had, you know, working either in construction or in an office or whatever that dads do. And the picture he drew of me was laying on the couch with a remote control and a PS4 controller, PlayStation controller in my hand. And he turned that in. He turned that in. And so when I went to the classroom and I talked to the teacher, she said, "Can I ask you a question? You know, you're always available, and I love that you're available for your son, especially I live in a community. I grew up in the city of Laverne. It's a predominantly Caucasian community. And they look at me sometimes when I do anything with my sons like I'm a dinosaur at an exhibit somewhere. What, a black man is positive and doing something with his kid? Yeah, that is actually normal. You just don't see it. But they do. They look at me, it's like every time we do the field trips, it's always the mommies and then me. Now, I don't complain because I love the attention that the other mommies give me. But she said, what do you do? I said, well, I work from home. You know, I'm not unemployed. And I said, well, here's why I ask. And she showed me this picture, and I was like, the kid thinks I'm a bum. because all he knows is daddy's home all the time. And he doesn't show me talking on the phone and doing any of that stuff. He shows me chilling, watching basketball, playing video games. And so in his mind, that's all he knew at 5 years old or 6 years old. But then I also got proud by the fact that I work smarter. You know, my friend Greg Thurman always says, "Hey, Brandon, what you doing? You're not doing much work. You're just chilling right now." You know, my lifestyle and my business is now one. I really can't tell when I'm working and when I'm playing, because they're both the same to me. When you enjoy what you're doing, you don't see it as work. I spent almost a week and a half in Europe, and I was there for work. But not to me. To me, I was there playing. I was having fun. And the whole trip was a tax write-off. I'm chilling talking to you guys right now. I'm actually working. This is work. But I love what I do. I'm enjoying it. While I'm at home, I play video games and listen to music at the same time as I'm working. You should see my setup. I got like 3 screens. So I've got the news on one. I've got the computer on the other. I've got my video game on the third. And I'm doing all of it at the same time. So to my kid, he thinks I'm just chilling. But I'm working. But that's the type of lifestyle that I wanted to have for myself. I would share a story. I'm running out of time, but you can go back. I remember the day I walked off my job when it was in 2012 on my 36th birthday. It was Friday the 13th, my last day. And I haven't done this in a while, but there's a park that I used to walk to. In fact, you know what? The next Facebook Live I'll do from that park, because my birthday's coming up in July 13th. I might be in Detroit during that time, but if I'm home, I'll do a video from that park, because I used to, on my break time and lunchtime, I would walk down to that park and I would have headphones on. And people thought I was listening to music all the time, and I was listening to Jim Rohn. I was listening to Your Wish Is Your Command, The Science of Getting Rich, things like that. And I would sit at that park for 30, 45 minutes, and I would walk back to my job, back to my desk. And I remember telling myself, one day I'm going to be able to come to this park whenever I feel like it, not just on my lunchtime. And so when I retired, I go back to that park now sporadically, and I shoot videos from there, just to remind myself, not too long ago, it was my desire to be able to come here whenever I wanted to, and now I can. Ultimate freedom. That was my own personal goal. So, and that's another thing I'll leave you guys with. What are your own personal goals? Where do you see yourself 30? That's why number 4 on my four prime directives in the crypto space. Number 1, education. Number 2, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Number 3, return on investment. But number 4 is, where do you see yourself in 3 months, in 6 months, and a year from now? What are you doing to make it happen? What vehicle are you using to make that happen? And then stay focused on it. Become a professional at it. Not to toot my own horn, but I told Jeremy Keene this the other night. If Cryptogenics had about 5 to 10 people who look at Cryptogenics the same way I do, we'd have 20,000 members in the company right now. I'm like Will Smith. Like he said, if 2 people get on a treadmill, and it's me and you, only 2 things is going to happen on that treadmill. Either I'm going to beat you or I'm going to die trying. That's my mentality. I don't stop until the job is finished. There's no such thing as excuses. I don't make excuses. Here's one. I don't complain. Kathy, how often do I pick up the phone and actually call you? Jeremy, how often do I actually pick up the phone and call you? How about never? I don't. Any of the CEOs that I've been in companies, I never call them. They're not going to get me where I need to be. My focus is out here. All they need to do is keep the company and the wheels intact. What am I calling them for? What am I going to complain about? Put my head down and go to work. Stop bitching and complaining. Something's not going the way you don't want it to go. It will never go the way you want it to go. You must learn to adapt and make the best out of what you have. That's what I do. And it's not because I don't like you guys. I love you guys. But chit-chatting with you guys isn't making me money. So unless there's an issue that's up or anything, I'll call you. I'll let you know. When I'm on the phone, unless I really like, I got this policy. 5 minutes on the phone and 2 questions. Unless you're really in my inner circle. And I started doing 3-way calls. I don't have time to chit-chat unless I'm interested in you. And you'll know who you are. It's nothing personal. Business. Staying focused. It blows my mind. Some people I already know in our company that are 6- and 7-figure earners in the past that can't seem to get the stick out their ass, put their heads down and go to work. It blows my mind. I'm like, what the heck are you waiting for? What are you complaining about? Go to work. If not, move out the way and let somebody like me make it happen and stop complaining. The worst thing that I see is, especially when a man I see complaining like a girl. That is my biggest pet peeve. I look at you funny. I'm like, what are you complaining about? Really? Do you want me to give you your skirt back? Be a freaking man and man up. Handle your business. But that's just me. And I was always taught, if you want to have success, do what successful people do. So it's not something that I made up. It's what I followed from giants that came before me. One of them was on the line last night, and he was on this morning. I haven't even spoke to him yet. James Dentley. But people like that I followed other successful men, and I just duplicated what they did. Not the complainers out there, not the people that need 101 questions. I figure it out. That's one thing. I've never liked having a sponsor. Some of you guys are like, if I join a company, I got to join the right team. I got to join the right sponsor. Somebody that's going to help me and give me spillover. Do you know I have never had spillover in my entire career? Never. I create the spillover. The most dependent hand is the one at the end of your own wrist. But it blows my mind. You know, I was in a company. I'll share this and I got to go. I'll be talking to you guys all day. When I was in Vitel Wireless, and I shared this with Jeremy as well, that the people who's going to make the most money in cryptogenics don't even know about cryptogenics yet, and they probably won't join until 2019 or 2020. And so Vitel Wireless, where Jairus Coleman was vice president of sales and marketing for that company. Mike Boggs was even hired on that company. Troy Dooley, you guys know Troy Dooley? His son, Josh Dooley, was on corporate staff for that company. I joined that company a year and a half after it got started. The company was doing, I think, what, 100,000 or 200,000 a month or so before I joined. And when we came on board, and I say we because of my team, Power Team Marketing, when we came on board that company, that meant I had to join somebody's downline. And I'm a year and a half in, which meant there was a bunch of people above me in the company. And I could care less who they were. I didn't need them. I put my head down, we as a team, and we went to work. And as a result, we grew the company by 500% in 90 days. Alexa rating went off the chart. Troy Dooley was also a consultant for the company at that time. So he knows this story because he knows he had covered me right before that. I was terminated unjustly from another company, and he made a big deal about it on social media. He had been following my career. And what ended up happening was my upline Now their business exploded because of us. Their business exploded. And they started coming to me all the time and calling me all the time. And I'm like, why are you guys calling me? I did this without you. No offense, I don't need you. If I need you, I'll call you. But they were always calling me up and wanting to give me, you know, some tips on certain things. And I listened to them. You know, I didn't implement it, but I gave them that respect. And then what ended up happening, one guy, he was 4 or 5 levels above me. And by this time, Power Team Marketing represented about 90% of the company. And this guy got approached, or I don't know if he was approached or he propositioned another company. But he went to this other company and got a deal. Said, I'm this big guy in Vitel Wireless. I've got this huge organization. I represent the whole company. You know, give me money and I'll join your company and I'll bring my downline with me. So and I know the inner workings of this because I know Angel Rivera. I don't need to say the name of the company. You might recognize that name. They looked at his report. They looked at his downline to see that it was legit. And he goes over there. The first person he calls, of course, is me. Brandon, guess what, man? We got a good deal. I got a deal over here, and we're all going to move to this company now. I don't know if what he thought was going to happen, that I was going to say, yay, let's go. Let's do it, yay. I don't know. But I looked at him like he lost his doggone mind. I said, are you serious? Let me get this right. You sit on the largest organization over here. We're making a ton of money. And you want to jump ship to something else. I said, hey, good luck with that. Bye. Good luck with that. You know, Reggie was another one. Reggie Williams was my upline in that company too. He tried to pull something similar. That didn't work. Bye, Reggie. I got my own plan. And so how many people followed him? I don't know. Maybe his other legs, because he had other teams outside of me. But my team was the majority. And when he went over there, the company was like, all right, where's the people? And he couldn't produce the people. So he turned around and tried to go around me and talk to my leaders and get my leaders to join him in another company. And he wasn't the only one. 4 to 5 members of my upline attempted to do that. And I was like, now I'm reminded why I never sign up with just anybody. I go directly to the company. That reminded me why the upline has always gotten in my way. I've never been that type that I needed the upline. Now, I'm not saying for any of you that actually do need an upline that's bad, because that's not. Because in my beginning days, my early stages, I needed my upline. I needed mentors. Everything that I know today came from their help and their support. But at my current stage, I'm at a different level now. So I want to provide that leadership. I want to be that upline that I always wanted to have and I had back in the early days. That's what I try to be today. You know, I think of, you know what I need to do? I have not done this in a long time. How to be a professional Saturday training. But in that, I always say, go in the bathroom and look yourself in the mirror. And be honest and ask yourself, are you the type of person that I would like to sign up with? Would I sign up with you? And be honest. Because when I first did that, the answer was no. No, because I looked at myself and said, you're not going to get me to where I need to be. And when you acknowledge that, the next question you ask is, what type of sponsor would I like to have that sponsor me? What qualities do I want that sponsor to have? What would I like that sponsor to be able to do for me and my team? Ask yourself that question and then work on becoming that person. Becoming that sponsor. becoming that superstar. You work on those qualities to be that individual. And as you start to become that individual, that other people are going to say, man, I want to work with Brandon. I want to work with Jeremy. I want to work with LaShane. I want to work with Chris. Because I know they're going to help me. You have to become that person. And then when you become that person, you know what's going to happen? Other people, you're going to start to attract good quality people to you. So how do I sponsor 141 people? I attracted them. I didn't go out and get them. I didn't go market for them. I didn't go bug them for them. I didn't convince them. I attracted them. That's the difference. So this started off just talking about we're 6 months in. And I went way off on a tangent talking about a whole bunch of things because I'm chilling out here. It's nice. It's a nice Saturday in California. And this windy is going. I'm just chilling, sitting in my Bitcoin mobile. I got things I got to do. I could take a nap right now. I still got 2 hours before my nap time. So I hope this helps anybody. If you just guys came on late, you definitely want to go back and listen to this from the beginning. I'll make it into a video and upload it as well. Put it in the Facebook group. But take your business seriously. Set new goals. Oh wait, did I say Saturday? Today's Monday. My bad. When you work for yourself, you lose track of days sometimes. You don't know. Today's Monday, Saturday's the same to me. You know, there's 2 ways I know what day it is. By what my kids do, based on their schedule, and by how much traffic there is on the freeway. That's how I know what day it is. Oh, and if it's wrestling's coming on, or the basketball game. Today's Monday. Monday night, Raw's tonight. I don't know. I don't got to be nowhere. So, what's that? A Coke? No, this is Fanta strawberry. I love strawberry and orange. So, all right, guys. It's time for me to go. I got some errands to run. I will be back tonight. That's right. 3 Facebook Lives in 1 day. I'll be back tonight at, let's see what time. Today's Monday. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, for Crypto Talk, late night Crypto Talk. I'm not. This isn't sauced up. It's just regular sugar. I haven't had anything to drink since the what was that, Memorial Day. I had a glass of wine, and I hadn't drunk anything before that all year. I'm not a drinker. Maybe every once in a while, casually. I'm a good boy. All right, so I hope you guys gained something from this. I'll be back later on this evening for Late Night Crypto Talk. Well, I'll see what new news has popped up today. I don't think we'll be talking about sex tonight, so those women out there that's getting all hot, heavy, and offended, you know, it's okay. It'll be a safe zone. I think I gotta give that disclaimer at the beginning. This Crypto Talk will be a safe zone, or this Crypto Talk will be naughty zone. See you guys all tonight. God bless. Bye-bye. Don loves that laugh. I don't know what laugh that is. Can't wait to meet Don. I'm going to have fun with you, Don. Don, are you going to be in Chicago? I think you're going to be with Steven. So I'll see you on Friday. See you this Friday. I'll be there Friday and Saturday. And then, did you guys know this? Let Steven know. They want me to go to Detroit in July. We don't have a date set for that, but they said they could put about 200 to 300 people, a couple of church groups, in front of me in Detroit, probably the 2nd week of July. So I got that down on the calendar. It's part of Barry's team, one of his top leaders. All right, guys. See you guys later on tonight. Bye-bye.
Cryptogenic.